What need is there to weep for parts of life? The whole of it calls for tears. Seneca. Seneca was an ancient Roman philosopher who taught and practiced Stoicism. His Stoic beliefs eventually led to him taking his own life. Seneca embraced his own suicide and parted with the world, leaving this message to his weeping family. So, what is this horrible philosophy of Stoicism, driving a man to suicide and causing so much misery to his family? Despite Seneca's seemingly drastic actions, Stoics are known for their virtue, wisdom, and rationality. Their way of life brings content and true happiness. Although Seneca's being a Stoic ostensibly led to great unhappiness and misfortune, the reality is that this misfortune was preordained, regardless of his Stoicism. In fact, a Stoic believes that all our choices and all happenings are preordained. This is because of something called logos, a web of cause and effect that shapes our universe, meaning no one can ever do other than what they're programmed to do, either by their genetic makeup or the summation of all their past experiences, or maybe a literal program such as the Matrix. The world cannot act other than how it's programmed to act. That is why every event and every choice is predetermined. Our only true freedom is our attitude. It's the only thing within our control. In the Matrix, Neo can elect between two pills that represent the option to wake up from his illusions or to sustain his dream. Neo chooses the red pill. He learns that humans are unknowingly being used as battery cells for artificial intelligence while being consumed in a false reality called the Matrix.
You are a slave, Neo. Like everyone else, you were born into bondage, born into a prison that you cannot smell or taste or touch. A prison for your mind.
According to Stoics, Neo was destined to make this choice because all previous happenings led to this decision. Was the red pill the right choice? Which pill would you want to choose? Which pill do you more desire? Which you have greater expectations for? Think of the grandiose knowledge that the red pill entails and your heroic journey to save humanity from the Matrix. No. Stop. Stoicism says don't expect, don't desire. Discontentment stems only when misplaced hope smashes into unforeseen reality. Whichever pill is chosen, regardless of what it entails, a Stoic would feel content. They accept whatever happens because one controls not their own actions, but their own attitude. Unless you align your attitude towards serenity, courage, and acceptance, you will only set yourself up for disappointment. Let's explore a hypothetical situation where Neo is fated to choose the blue pill instead of the red pill. Would all of humanity be doomed because there is no one to save them? A Stoic would say no, a lack of freedom does not equate to a lack of happiness. Even if Neo was not there to free humanity, humanity would be equally free. This is because the protagonists in the Matrix act based on the assumption of negative freedom. Negative freedom is freedom that exists in the absence of certain impediments. There are impediments that we are aware of and impediments which we of course are not aware of, just as how everyone in the Matrix is not aware of the fact that they are in the Matrix. Even when one is enlightened and realizes what is oppressing them, there might always be more oppressors suspended somewhere beyond our awareness. For example, Cypher wants to be free from reality after being freed from the Matrix.
Not true, Cypher. He set us free.
Free? You call this free? All I do is what he tells me to do. If I gotta choose between that and the Matrix, I choose the Matrix.
The Matrix isn't real.
I disagree, Trinity. I think the Matrix can be more real than this world.
In a world where the future is predetermined and unalterable, why fight for freedom? If one is enslaved in a life of oppression and misfortune, why not control your attitude towards happiness? Perhaps Cypher's decision to plug back into the Matrix is actually justified. He is not responsible for the unhappiness of other people because your own happiness is the only thing in your own control. And of course, if the world is ruled by fate, Cypher was destined to make that decision. There is always to be more oppression, misery, sadness, more frustration, more boredom, more humiliation, and on top of all that, we are never truly going to be free. But a Stoic would say, well, that's okay. The contented person is not plagued by unsatisfiable passions. Stoics believe that one should aim for prohairesis, a will that is in accordance with nature. Aside from Seneca, two famous Stoics include Marcus Aurelius and Epictetus. Marcus Aurelius, the universe is change, our life is what our thoughts make it. Marcus Aurelius is known as one of the most powerful leaders in European history. This is because even in the face of defeat, he did not feel defeated. His will was in accordance with nature and logos. Marcus Aurelius's teachings of Stoicism in his work called the Meditations are still influential today, teaching centuries of people how to live life virtuously in terms of Stoicism. On the other side of the spectrum is Epictetus, born a slave in ancient Greece. Epictetus learned to live peacefully with his own hardships and wrote teachings on his methods of Stoicism. The essence of the philosophy is that a man should live so that his happiness shall depend as little as possible on external things. I find Stoicism to be admirable and beneficial even in modern times. It is a comfortable guide in the vast unknowns of the universe. We suffer more often in our imagination than in reality. Seneca the Young.